This perp back with another video, and I just got done watching the season 1 finale. Hopefully this is the finale of the whole entire series, because I'm definitely not going to watch a season 2 of this. This is Cruel Summer, episode 10, the finale. Let me know how you guys feel about this episode in the comments below. Definitely consider subscribing. I got a ton of content on the channel, from movie reviews, TV reviews, you name it. Got a bunch of content coming in the next few months, over the next few months, I should say. So consider subscribing, because I'm trying to hit 2K by the end of the year. So check out a couple of videos and let me know how you guys feel about it. So getting right into this episode, we get to the court scene. This is the scene that we've all been waiting for up until this point. 10 episodes later, this is the finale. This is the big one. Does this all play out the way that people think, theories wise? A lot of people, shouts to everybody that checked out my last video, episode 9 review of this show, and all your comments and all your theories. I really appreciate the feedback. But going back to this episode, we really don't jump back and forth through time. We mostly spend a lot more time in 95, where things are being taken place. We see this scene of, when Kate decides to out Jeanette as the person that's seen her being kidnapped. And this is kind of what this whole show is about, and also my issue with this. So right after this whole blow up, this is where Jeanette decides to cut her hair short. I don't know why. It's still random to me. But things seem to be going in Jeanette's favor. Her and Jamie are getting better, and, they're together. Apparently, her and her father are doing well, even though her father knows she was lying and stuff like that. Now, going back to court, we finally get those text messages, or that online conversation that Ashley and Kate were having, being brought to court. And this pretty much blows everything up for Kate and her story. She's obviously lying. Everything is looking good for Jeanette, and come to find out that Kate's family's worth like $11 million. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? As I talk about this episode, you'll see my issues with this this whole entire episode. One of the things that I didn't really care for, but I understand, because they want to kind of wrap all these characters up and their stories. Jamie kind of just pretty much telling his friend, like, I'm sorry for all the things I've done. I'm sorry for drinking, which leads his friend to confront Vincent and just make things right. So I don't really care about that storyline at all. I don't care about Jamie, Vincent, all of them. I just don't care. Didn't come here for that. Just being honest. I was expecting Kate to be a little bit more reactionary when she finds out that Ashley was the one that was kind of having a conversation with her the whole time. It was just a little lackluster, but I just wanted more in that scene, to be honest. Now, here's where things really start to fall apart for me. Jeanette and Kate decide to meet up at Martin's house, of all fucking places, a crime scene. Y'all both breaking in and entering, and y'all both are in court. This was stupid. But they're kind of having this kind of heart-to-heart moment, and Kate's just telling the truth. And my whole thing, what would have made this scene a lot better, is if the whole time Jeanette is like wearing a wire or something like that, and she's recording this whole conversation. But it doesn't turn out that way. They pretty much explain each other's side of the story, because Kate feels like Jeanette saw her in Martin's house, but Jeanette's like, no, I never seen you. But that phone call that that Kate made on Christmas Day, or Christmas night, I should say, was to Jamie. It wasn't to her parents. I thought she was going to call her parents, but she called Jamie of all people, which was fucking, I don't know, man. That was weird. Which all leads up to the reveal that the person that actually saw Kate was Mallory. And let me know how you guys feel about that whole reveal and that twist. Did that caught you off guard? Because to me, now that I think about it, I saw that kind of coming. There's a lot of things I didn't see coming, like the whole snow globe thing. That whole snow globe thing was just... Kate was very sloppy, bro. She'd be a terrible criminal and just... I don't know, man. Just both these two have issues. I really like this scene, though, where you have Mallory confronting Jeanette about staying at or just breaking into Martin's house and stuff and calling her a weirdo. Everything that I've been saying up until this point, she says, and I love that. That was probably my favorite part of this whole entire episode. Then we get this weird scene of Kate bringing Jeanette down to the basement and explaining exactly what happened that night with Martin. And a lot of people thought that Martin was going to off himself, or the news made it seem like he was in a shootout, which, how you gonna have a shootout with one gun? I just, I don't know. That shit's just weird. And there's some dark past with, on that gun, that he says that this is the same gun that my father used to kill himself, and he puts the gun to his head as if he's going to take his own life. And, you know, Kate's like, no, don't do it, and then he drops the gun. Kate picks it back up and gives the evilest look. I don't know what to make of that, but that was weird in itself, and kills Martin. So now the only person that knows about this is Jeanette. So they both kind of have some secrets that they're going to take to the grave. I should have called this out in my last review, that I had a feeling that they were going to just have them be buddy by the end of this series. It was really disappointing. Kate's just doing this kind of an apology tour, you know, going to Mallory, and, they're kind of connecting even more so. Now Kate's pretty much a lesbian at this point. Really random. Really, I just don't get it. I guess the moral of the story is that everybody in this show was pretty much looking for some type of a love or attention. I don't know. It's really cheesy and really corny. Here's a scene that could have been dope, but just kind of fell flat. Is Jeanette was on this talk show, and she could have flipped the whole script, but she's pretty much saying, like, I apologize to Kate, and I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. The episode ends going back to 94, where Jeanette goes into Martin's house, and this is just where Martin started to lock Kate into the basement. And Jeanette obviously knows that Kate was there the whole time. So hopefully that's not tying anything into a season 2, because I really don't want to see that. I think this finale for me personally was really underwhelming. I felt like a lot of things were a waste of time. I just feel like, I don't know, man. Let me know how you guys feel about this overall episode and the series as a whole. I'm curious to see people's thoughts on this. If people liked it, I know there's going to be people that like it, or if people didn't like it, let me know. Till next time, I'm out.